Hello everybody, back with another video. Hope y'all having a good day. I just wanted to give y'all a quick video about fear and doubt. Anytime that you're feeling fearful or doubtful, just know that that's not of God. So that's what today's topic is basically about. We're reading from 2 Timothy chapter 1 verse 7. It says, "For God has not given us a spirit of fear and timidity, but of power, love, and self-discipline." God doesn't give us a spirit of fear and doubt. Anytime that you fear anytime that you feel that you're fearful about something, just know that that's not from God. That is the enemy trying to trick you and trying to say specific things to your mind. And the reason that the enemy wants us to fear what God has called us and what God has put on our hearts is because that he wants us to be confused in what we're doing. He doesn't want us to have God's plan on our hearts and do exactly what God intended for us to do. The enemy wants us to be second guessing. The enemy wants us to feel a sense of fear in our hearts. He wants us to be confused about what we have to do. If God has placed a specific calling on you, if you know that you're supposed to be doing certain things, like starting a business or speaking or starting an organization or just doing something that you know that is from God, the enemy doesn't want you to get on that track. He wants us to be fearful. He's gonna put people in your life. He's gonna make you second guess what you truly want to do. The enemy always wants us to second guess. So just know that fear causes confusion in our calling. The next thing I want to say is fear affects our ability to do the things that we need to do. That is why the enemy and that is why Satan enjoys us to be fearful. He wants us to be fearful. But remember that being fearful is not a spirit of God. God doesn't, if you feel in fear, that is not of God. Anytime that you feel any type of fear in your heart about anything, any situation, about what you're trying to do, about whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, about you, anything. Anytime that you have a sense of fear in your heart, just know that that's not from God. That is not from God. God is not a God of fear. God is a God of love, power, self-discipline, peace. Anytime that you're not at peace, and anytime that you're having a fearful thought in your mind, just know that that's from Satan. And that's Satan trying to place certain things in your mind. So fear affects our ability to do the things that we need to do. If you know you're supposed to do something, but you're feeling a sense of fear about what you're trying to do, the enemy is he's right on track. The enemy does not want you to fulfill God's promise for your life. He doesn't. The third thing, fear steals our peace of mind. Anytime that you're feeling fear, worry, or doubt, you're uneasy in your mind. Remember that. Fear does not equivalent to peace. It's either or. You're either gonna be fearful or you at peace. If you have fear in your heart, you're not at peace. Anytime that you're feeling fearful or doubtful or scared or worried or any of those different things, you're not at peace. And God doesn't want any of those things. God doesn't want us to be fearful. He doesn't want us to be doubtful. He doesn't want us to worry about anything. He doesn't. So Satan uses doubt to really make us second guess ourselves. Like, we'll know what we're supposed to do, but he'll put certain people of the world in our hearts and around us and put in different ears of everybody else. Everybody else's voice is starting to talk in our heads. And other people's voices become louder than God's voice. So that's what the enemy is trying to do. If you know you hear something from God, stand firm in what God has told you. Stand firm in his word. Understand that the enemy is going to put people in your ear and put visual things of the world and what you see to make you second guess what you're supposed to do. But in reality, just stand firm in what God has spoken to your life. Stand firm in it. Understand that there's going to be people around you that's not going to want you to do what you do. There's going to be people around you that's not going to want you to do what God has called you to do. Don't second guess. And it's crazy because Satan been using the same tactic since the creation of the world. Because think about when Adam was in the garden. I be always about to sneeze. But think about when Adam was in the garden. Adam was not about to eat the apple. Adam told Satan, "Oh, God doesn't want us to eat from this tree." You know what Satan's response was? He tried to place doubt in Adam's mind. His response was, "Did God really say that you're not supposed to eat from the tree?" You see how Satan uses doubt of God's word to make us second guess? Did God really say this? When in reality, you know what God said. He'll say, did God really say this? Like trying to place a sense of doubt and fear in our hearts. Like, dang. Then it got you wondering, dang, did God really say this? Did God really do this? But don't let Satan distract you, man. Don't let Satan get in your mind. If God reveals something to you, Satan will try to use people and things of the world to make you doubt God's calling. He will try to make you second guess. So that's basically what this video is about. Don't let Satan place any type of fear or doubt in your mind. Stand firm in what God has told you. Stand firm in what you know is right. You know right from wrong, especially if you're if you're in God's word, you know right from wrong. You know what you're supposed to do. Don't let people, don't let things, don't let nothing, don't let money, don't let nothing of this world make you second guess what God has called you to do. If God has placed something on your life, you're supposed to be doing that. Don't let nothing second guess you. So I hope this video helps somebody.